Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Jane once again, and I hope you had a happy Christmas for those who celebrated, and for those who didn't, I hope you are enjoying this special time of the year. This is the year that we finally started recovering from the pandemic. International and local travels have been restored, and we've been allowed face-to-face activities as well as to visit our families and friends again, with health protocols in place of course, and it is to me the chance to wear more fragrances. It's the last day of 2022, and I thought it would be fitting to share with you the fragrances I kept on reaching for this year. This year, I've grown my collection, discovered new and exciting perfumes, both niche and designer, explored more fragrance houses, including indie brands. So this list is probably 50% niche, 50% designer. Most are freshies, understandably so, because I live in tropical climate where it's either sunny or rainy. Some are old perfumes, some are new releases, some are repeaters from last year's list. And so, for my last video of the year, I am sharing with you my most worn perfumes of 2022. First up is Oriana by Perfumes. This I have to stop myself from overly reaching for because I definitely use up this bottle in no time. I blind bought this perfume for my birthday last year, and by January, barely a month, I've sprayed about 1/5 of the bottle already. This is probably my favorite non-jasmine white floral in recent years. I don't care about the comparison to Love by Killian or Sintra by Memo or Je Mauve Noël by Parlement Perfumes, or how people say this is a disappointing release vis-a-vis the more popular Delina from the same brand. This is my favorite Perfumes and does not need to be hyped up to capture many hearts. If you live somewhere tropical and would love a warm weather appropriate perfume similar to the Love Don't Be Shy DNA but better, this you have to get. There's orange blossom, there's marshmallow, there's whipped cream, there's fresh citruses, there's berries and musk, but overall the whole is better than the sum of these notes. One of my most worn this year, Oriana by Perfumes. Next up is Lila by Guyerness. It's another 2022 discovery that has become a quick favorite of mine. This is a crisp, airy, cool, fresh perfume, perfect for outdoors activities or hanging out outdoors in tropical climates, or in summer if you guys live in temperate climates. I brought this to Singapore when we last visited, and this was an easy reach for freshening up in between sightseeing trips. This fragrance was inspired by the fjords of Norway and is named after the perfumer Guyerness's mother. What I so love about this perfume is that this is fresh and clean and bright without any citrus in, at least to my nose, without too much floral in, and without being floridly soapy. This simply is like clean running cold water, super refreshing and a thirst quencher in a perfume bottle. I wish this were more available worldwide, especially to us here in Southeast Asia, where this perfume is perfect for day to day. I purchased this bottle from the Nordstrom website, shipped to here via ShippingCart. Details down in the description box below. For summer and for year-round wear, if you live somewhere tropical, Lila is a must-have. Roses on Ice by Killian has got to be in the list this year. Another cold perfume perfect for the mostly hot weather we have. This is a rose perfume like no other. This is icy cold, ozonic, sparkling, boozy, but not overly done, with a sweet, rosy undertone that's barely there. Inspired by Killian Hennessy's wife's favorite gin and tonic, this perfume has notes of gin distilled with cucumber and rose. This is a summer cocktail in a perfume bottle to me. There is about 1/3 of the bottle left, and considering how long-lasting this is on me, I must have sprayed so much of this perfume this year. I'm sure to repurchase when I run out. These Killian bottles are refillable, so you save some when you buy the refill only. This was released together with Angel's Share, and the hype around Angel's Share was phenomenal, except that from where I live, Angel's Share is pretty much sitting on the shelf 300 days of the year. I've hardly any use for that, but this I can wear any time of the year. If you're worried about reeking of gin and smelling like you've partied hard, the gin accord in here is rather tame, and as this dry down, this becomes more of the roses and less of the booze. Highly recommend, totally worth the price for the scent and the performance. Roses on Ice by Killian. La Belle Terre by Jean Paul Gaultier. A flanker to La Belle and released earlier this year, I ranked this pretty low when I first reviewed this perfume, but I brought this with me to travel to my hometown in May, and what do you know? I took a 180 degrees turn on this. I wasn't going to spray so much of this when I first got this, but boy, in the height of tropical summer and the humidity brought out the best in this perfume, and I can't stop spraying this on. If you're tired of the usual coconut, vanilla, citrus perfume you bring along for summer holidays, this is the one you have to get. The perfect mood for this fragrance is on a holiday by the beach or the sea, on a cruise perhaps, or any holiday near any body of water in summer. This is perfection. It's as if they got the best in Tom Ford Soleil DNA, which I by the way love, but made it 10 times airier. Added some solar, floral, ilang-ilang, and hints of some fruits, tropical fruits perhaps, but they are barely distinguishable, and voila, Fleur Terrible was born. Whenever I think of hot summer days by the beach, I think of this one now. Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle Fleur Terrible. Other than the bottle design, this by the way is nowhere near the original La Belle or its Le Parfum flanker in terms of the scent. This is a unique perfume in itself. I don't know why they call this La Belle. Next up is Kayali Citrus 08. I've mentioned this in my 2022 Perfume Empties video. Catch it if you haven't yet. That's because I've used up the 10 ml travel spray this year, and I am on my bigger 50 ml already. This is called Citrus 08, but this is the citrus perfume for haters of lemons and oranges like me. This has rhubarb and grapefruit in, and unlike most citrus perfumes that's top heavy, this is a rather lovely base of musk, oak moss, and some warm sweetness from tonka with a floral undertone. The citrus here is demure and feminine and not too acidic or too aromatic. This dry down to a lovely floral musk which blends well with my skin chemistry. This may not be for everyone, but this is definitely for me. This is a basic fresh scent for day-to-day hot weather hereabouts. Enjoy this a lot during the warmest months of the year, hence the depleted bottle and the dent you see. Kayali as a brand is a hit or miss for me. Most are misses by the way, but this one is definitely a hit. Kayali Citrus 08. I know, another freshie, but why not? DKNY Women Energizing. This is a pretty old perfume having been released in 1999 but remains to be a favorite among local celebrities. This is best for when you know you're going to sweat like crazy outdoors or indoors like the gym. Great for when it's unbearably humid and hot outside. This is the perfect perfume. This is so refreshing, like splashing cold water on your face. This is almost devoid of sweetness, a little bitter in fact, and very unisex with the chilled vodka accord. Citrus most definitely, but nothing too much. Some watery florals and a nice light woody base. I imagine white tea and jeans and sneakers OOTD to be paired with this as the SOTD. This used to be harder to get around here. I had to get mine from Fragrance X, but visit your nearest DKNY counters and you'd most likely see this there on display ever since Bea Alonso mentioned this to be one of her favorites. If I have to rank all this, Luna is probably my #1 most worn perfume of 2022. I already have a backup bottle of this one. This has a sparkling citrus aromatic opening, feminine citrus I should say. Juniper berries give this a boozy gin-like quality in the middle, paving the way to lovely florals, a pleasant mix of some white florals, some fresh roses, but nothing too floridly floral. This gets sweeter and softer, more demure in the dry down. I love how this scent develops as it warms up in the skin. Again, very much tropical weather approved, great for any month of the year in tropical climate. This can be worn dressed up or casually. This can be worn as a wedding day perfume, as a first date perfume. Heart Evangelista wore this to both her wedding and on first date with husband Cheese Escudero. I wear this for special occasions mostly, probably worn this to all special occasions this year. A great fragrance to make memories with. This is pretty hard to get locally. I bought this bottle direct from the UK website because it's cheaper, even with shipping cost and all. Still cheaper than buying from Halligans US, but I bought my backup from Singapore. You can ask friends who frequently visit Singapore to buy for you. They have Halligans boutiques all over the island and also at Sephora branches in Singapore. If you haven't yet and you live in similar climate, may I suggest you get your nose on this one. Luna by Halligans is a definite must-have. Giorgio Armani, Si Passione Eclat, another 2022 release and another blind buy. I love Si Passione Intense, and this one I've really liked since day one. This is an adult fruity floral fresh rose vanilla perfume that's a no-brainer for me. Among the 3 iterations of Si Passione, this is the most wearable in tropical climate, hence the dent you see. I have a full dedicated review of this perfume in the channel if you'd like to get to know this perfume in depth. I also made a comparison video of the different Si Passiones if you'd like to know how much similar or different this is to the OG and the Intense versions. The notes list is pretty simple. There's bergamot and blackcurrant on top in true Passione fashion because blackcurrant is in all Si Passiones. Then there's 2 different roses in the heart and musk and vanilla in the base. But you'd get so much more, so much more. Although Passione Intense is my top favorite, Si Passione Eclat is the grown-up fruity rose vanilla of my dreams. Check this one out if you haven't yet. If you're wondering whether or not there is a body mist in this list, well, there in fact is. This is Zairosa 40 by Seoul de Janeiro. This was in my last year's most worn list and made it to this year's once again. I'm purchasing a bigger bottle in the next Sephora sale event as I've already confirmed that I cannot live without this body mist in my life. This scent is very close to another favorite warm weather vanilla perfume of mine, Casamorati's Dama Bianca, but the stark difference is in the price. The 30 ml of Dama Bianca is about 6,000 to 7,000 pesos versus 1,200 to 1,500 pesos for the 90 ml of Zairosa 40, depending on where you buy. Credits, by the way, to Rebecca Collazo. Hi Rebecca, if you're watching, who first pointed out this similarity. Another similar smelling one is Vanilla Woods by 7 Virtues, which is between this and Dama Bianca in terms of the price. If you love summery, airy vanilla scents, this is a must-own. This is also a grown-up fruity vanilla perfume, not too juvenile smelling, so anyone can actually enjoy this scent. I receive compliments wearing this perfume every single time. Great to wear anytime in our local tropical climate, dressed up or casually. One of my holiday wishes is for Seoul de Janeiro to be available at the Sephora PH website, then this would be more accessible to us all. When I was putting together this list, this perfume is the one I've written down first. This is the bottle I recall wearing the most this year. Every single month, I'd wear this about at least 2 to 3 times. The bottle is eye-catching, but the juice inside is so much more. It's such a compliment magnet, and it's hands down 10 times better. This is a very good dupe for the Lina by Perfumes de Marly. This was created by Kentin Bish, the perfumer who created the Lina, so he might have borrowed the formula. Pure speculation there. There is a new flanker called Very Good Girl Glam with the cherry notes in. I've smelled it in store and felt like it was a useless flanker, to be honest. Totally unnecessary. This OG is the one you need, in my honest opinion. Yet another grown-up fruity rose vanilla perfume. I think you know by now that there is a trend to my most worn perfumes of 2022. I've mentioned this in at least 3 different videos in the channel, including a dedicated review. So if you want to know more about Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, please head on to those videos. I will definitely link them all down in the description box below. I have friends who gifted this to their wives and girlfriends and significant others, so that's saying a lot. Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera is one of my most worn 2 years in a row now. That's 10, but I cannot close this list without mentioning or giving special mention to this little cheapie from Clinique. My Happy Blue Sky Neroli. A staple for everyday humid climate in the Philippines, this literally lives in my work bag. This is my grown-up baby cologne scent because this does smell like one of them, Nenuco and the like. This was a repurchase and I'm leaning towards repurchasing again. This is a simple, clean Neroli citrus perfume that's perfect for my taste and liking. A little longer lasting than your traditional baby cologne. Very affordable, very accessible, handy, and well, I simply love this one. And this, ladies and gents, are my 11 most worn perfumes of 2022. So let us know which scents made it to your most worn perfumes list this year. I hope you're happy to share them down in the comment section below. We'd be happy to know about them. Thank you all for making it this far, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like to take this opportunity to, again, thank each one of you 5,159 friends of the channel for giving me and the channel yet another milestone to celebrate in 2022. Thank you for your friendship, friendship, your viewership, your support, and for just being there. Wishing you all a safe, blessed, and healthy 2023. Cheers to smelling our absolute best. See you next year in the next video. Bye!